Hello everyone. You know how I said that I would make a video about the Harlequin Rasboras? I didn't want to do that actually, so I lied. And I decided that I would talk about the Siamese algae eater, the Siamese algae eater, or in short, the SAE. First, I think the most important thing to talk about them is their tank mates, their compatibility. Well, an example is, where if I can find them. If you know what a red-tailed shark is, or rainbow shark, there he is. There's a rainbow shark. If you've seen those before, or you have one, I'm just going to tell you now, if you do plan to get a Siamese algae eater, SAE, you can either one. I'm just going to call it the Siamese algae eater right now. If you do plan to get one for, like, in the same tank with your shark, freshwater shark, quote, or if you get a shark for your already existing Siamese algae eater, I don't suggest it. Reason is, the sharks think that they kind of look alike. Plus, they are part of the same family. And so, if you have sharks already, or a freshwater shark, quote, I'm just going to tell you now that they don't get along with the same species or members that look alike and of the same family. So you kind of chase them away just there. They're not really fighting, but they don't really get close to each other. They don't fight, but don't take my word for it yet. They're the shark is new, like a couple days, so I still don't know what's going to happen really. Second thing is the tank size. I always talk about tank size either first or second because I believe that that's just the foundation of a fish. Because that's where their permanent home is going to be, if not temporary. Either way, it's a home. So, their tank size, I would give minimum 15 gallons. Depends on what species, but minimum 15 gallons. It doesn't matter the height, really. The length doesn't matter that much, but if you can get a cube, that's great too. They don't really swim fast. They just kind of dart around, so they don't go long and swim around like the tetras do. Third thing, the pH. They like the range. They can handle softer and harder side, so it can go like 6 pH of 6 to up to 8. I would give, because this pH right now is at almost like 7.3-ish. I raised it, I bumped it with the coral I did in another video to make it that for these Bosomanis. And their coloration really stands out now because of that. Fourth thing is the feeding. As you know, they are algae eaters. And as algae eaters, it's important to provide them with vegetables. And as a staple diet, algae wafers, as I'm feeding them right now. See, this is the aggression right there. No actual fighting occurring, but there's still a little chasing. So I kind of split the algae wafer in half and put them on the opposite end. But apparently, they just want to go after that one. Okay, back to the topic. Feeding. Supplement the algae, whatever algae wafer you choose. Feed that every day. Even if you do have algae, just feed a little bit. Just crack it in the fourth or half. Drop it in, and algae isn't going to do a lot. I mean, it's not going to clean every type of algae you get. The reason why I had something called beard algae in another tank before, so I got one or two actually. My dad took the other one to his office, and so he cleaned it all up, But even after that, I had a little like brown algae. He wouldn't touch that, so I kind of had to feed him so he wouldn't die. You know what I mean? So I fed him algae wafers and occasionally zucchini, cucumbers, and romaine lettuce. Sometimes I drop in the sweet potato a little bit because that gets really messy. So that, if anything, I do that before water change. If anything. Fifth thing. Of course, they love a planted tank. They're an algae eater. I mean, it's just kind of natural for them to graze on the algae that grows on the plants or near the plants. So they, if there's no algae or very little, and they're kind of full, they kind of. I see, sometimes he's not doing it in this video because he's eating, but sometimes he rests on top of this anubias, the leaf right here I'm showing. He just like sits there and just stays there, perched. So they kind of do that if they're full or if there's no algae. The temperament is very good. They're, for the most part, good. Mine has. Some people have reported that they suck the slime coat. Not necessarily suck, but they chase other fish for the slime coat. It's never happened to me yet, or I've never witnessed it. But again, don't take my word for it. If anything happens to your fish, if you buy one, and don't blame me, because I'm just telling you, it hasn't happened to me yet. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. And lastly, I would say the last important thing would be not filtration, really, actually, but the water current. He also, or he, she, whatever, he also enjoys. He swims against that current by the hang on. So I'm just gonna say that they like the current, not too high like powerhead kind of current, but not soft. So give them that, and you are set for 1 or 2. Don't get more than 2. That's my final remark. I recommend getting one if you have multiple algae problems. Multiple. Follow all these rules, and you'll end up with a happy one. Oh, and they get to approximately 5 inches. Approximately. Promise that the next video will be a Rasbora about the Harlequins. Till next time, bye bye.